I got sucked out of me.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Lutheran High School St. Charles for tonight's game between the Trailblazers from Father Tolton Regional Catholic High School and your Lutheran High School Cougars. As members of the Missouri State High School Activities Association, this is a reminder that good sportsmanship is a high school tradition. Both of these teams know and accept this responsibility of being leaders in sportsmanship in their school communities. We welcome everyone to Lutheran High and wish all players and coaches good luck at tonight's game. At this time, would everyone please rise, remove your hats for prayer, and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. We pray. Lord God, Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to compete this evening. We thank you for the abilities you have blessed these student athletes with and given them the spirit of competition to play this game of basketball. Please bless the coaches and officials with wisdom in their handling of the players, keep everyone safe from injury, and allow fans to demonstrate good sportsmanship so this day may glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First against on the scoreboard, the Tolton Trailblazers. Number 0, MJ Adair. Number 2, Zay Wilson. Number 11, Jamal Galbraith. Number 13, Blake Pennington. And number 33, Donovan Tolson. Trailblazer coaching for Jeremy Osborne. And now this morning on the Lutheran High School Cougars, a 6'2" junior, number 13, Tyler Stephanie. A 6'1" senior, number 2, Taylor Bethany. A 5'9" senior, number 3, Brandon Doyle. A 5'8" senior, number 14, Charlie Mesa. And a 6'1" senior, number 23, Ryan Ritter. Putting the first one for Corey Dowden.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Cougars Den here in St. Charles, Missouri. Got the Lutheran High School of St. Charles Cougars taking on Father Tolton Catholic boys basketball tonight. Doug, what do you got for this matchup this evening?
Boy, you got a team right here, Father Tolton Catholic. They're coming in. They've been hot this season. Hot after a last season, making a postseason run into that Final Four and running into that juggernaut Vashon. But, boy, they have some athletes. This is going to be a good game here. Good test, good challenge for these Cougars.
Well, Coach Corey Dowden of the Cougars hoping they're on the nice list tonight against Father Tolton. Tolton wins the tip-off here. And we over to MJ Ayer. He's going to pass it off to the left-hand side with strict defense on Blake Pington. It's going to go out of bounds. Cougar basketball.
Caleb, we got our first shout-out of the evening here. Tuning in from Kansas City. Shoot the Jays to Zeke. Absolutely.
All right.
Got that three-point shot. Zeke's going to put that up tonight. Absolutely. Again, those shout-outs, folks, 314-497-3014. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Give us a shout-out here in the booth.
Ryan Ritter drawing the double team over there in the corner. Pass intercepted by Father Tolton. They go in for the drive and the score, number 2, MJ Adair. So a very different starting lineup for these Lutheran Cougars in what we saw a month ago in our last broadcast.
Well, you got number 14, Charlie Mesa, senior point guard, coming back after an injury here, has missed pretty much every game this season, so he is a big help to have that senior leadership and just what he can do with the basketball, distributing it there to some of these playmakers for the Cougars, Caleb.
Got Charlie up at the top of the key, handling the majority of the ball duties, and Brandon Doyle bringing it around and driving down the lane. A quick pass off to number 23, Ryan Ritter. It's up and it's in.
You know, a lot of body on there. I think Stepney could have been at the line looking for a three-point play there. Not called. Officials are going to let him play tonight.
Nice little floater down the lane from Zay Wilson for Father Tolton. Puts it at 4-2.
Boy, that was a nice move to the bucket right there. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
That was a very soft touch. You don't see that a lot at this level.
No.
Brandon Doyle back up at the top of the key. Going to transition over to Ryan Ritter. Ritter back over to Doyle. Doyle, the Stepney with a three-point ball in the corner.
Boy, that's one thing Tyler has really improved on this year. It's his ability to shoot from that outside. Now we're going to have an offensive foul here. I didn't see that, Caleb. I don't know if I agree with that call, but nevertheless, that was the call there.
It looks like Zay
drove
the lane with nowhere to pass that ball out to when he saw the defense and just kind of floated into a defender.
Yeah.
Not a hard charge, but a charge in the referee's eyes.
Rough call.
It's a 50-50 ball there. Ryan Ritter going to see a majority of the ball action, it looks like, tonight, as they're really trying to work around to him. Bethany at the top of the key, back over to Ritter. Ritter back to Bethany, and Bethany over to Brandon Doyle. Got a whistle down on the baseline there. Looks like it's going to be an off-the-ball foul. It's going to be called on number 11, Jabbar Galbraith.
Folks, bear with us tonight, too. We have the wrong roster here for Father Tolton Catholic, so we're going to do our best to bring those names to you up here. And if we make a mistake, once again, text us up here in the booth. That text number, 314-497-3014. And as we have a Tolton foul, we have another shout-out up here from Uncle Don. Uncle Don, always good.
Good to see Uncle Don,
shout-out, absolutely. Uncle Don says, go Cougars.
Be sure to hit that phone number down in the lower right of your screen there if you want to give a shout out here in the press conference booth. Well, the ball works around for the Cougars. Stepney looks to drive in, kicks it out to Ritter. Ritter's going to drive the lane, go up with the jump shot. Going to miss the iron. It's going to go Father Tolton way. We had a little extra free basketball there in the JV game.
That was pretty exciting, I'll tell you. Great game between Father Tolton and Lutheran here in St. Peter's on a Friday night right before Christmas break.
A Lutheran JV team, Lutheran boys, did pull out the 2-point victory. We got a fast break down here for the Lutheran Cougars. Up and in with that soft touch, Brandon Doyle. Really a big contributor here as a senior for the Lutheran Cougars.
Yeah, boy, and Doyle's going to have a lot of that tonight. He is a very active defender, as you can see right there, knocking that ball out of bounds, as well as he's going to take that ball to the bucket, similar to number 2, Zay Wilson, for Father Tolton Catholic.
Student section here in force again tonight is the whiteout, even though we've got Christmas break on. A decent turnout from the Lutheran Cougar student section. Tolton looks to work the ball inside. It's up and under and in for number 11, Javar Galbraith.
Yeah, man, Galbraith made a nice play right there. Reverse layup there. Just like Billy Spicer had in that JV game to put those Cougars ahead there last game. That was impressive.
That was a great game. For all you guys that didn't get to see it in person, you missed out.
Probably might have caught that on the Claw Network. Cougars won that game. I think, what was the final there? Won by 2, I believe.
By 2, yeah. A 3-point attempt blocked in the corner for Tolton to tie it up. Another charge.
Whoa.
Number 11, Galbraith is on fire about that charge call, and he's in foul trouble early with 2 personals.
Well, and I'm surprised he didn't pick a technical up there as he kicked the basketball right there. But, boy, I honestly, I'm going to have to agree with Galbraith there. I did not see a charge there, but it got called, so it must have been a charge.
Referees playing this one tight tonight.
Yeah, they're really not letting him play after letting him play the first minute of the game.
Massa takes it down court, and he's going to get it over. It's going to be a scramble on the floor. Cougars are going to come up with the ball, and we're going to get a timeout. Corey Dowden, coach of the Lutheran Cougars, using the quick thinking there to provide a little relief. Doug, we're going into Christmas break here. Not a lot going on at the Lutheran High School this week.
No, right? Tell you what.
Outside of that whole birth of Jesus.
Yeah, I tell you, that's kind of an important event here, obviously, for any Christian, but also here for a Lutheran High. And ended up finals here yesterday and today, so had half days both days, and kids getting in those 4 blocks of their finals. I'm guessing that Father Tolton also had finals sometime this week or maybe the end of last week, so don't know when their last day was, but somebody can fact check us or let us know when that was. Once again, the text number up here in the booth, 314-497-3014. We have another shout-out. Shout-out's going to be to our Director of Sports Technology, Brent Gossett, bringing you all the action tonight. You know, Brent is a highly paid employee here at Lutheran High. He does a great job for us, and he is the one behind, not the mic. We just get to talk. As Charlie Mesa, we talked about that senior, makes a nice move to the bucket to extend that Cougars lead to 3 here, 9-6 early in this quarter. But nevertheless, Brent Gossett, Director of Sports Technology, helping us bring you the action tonight. Thanks, Brent. That's that shout-out.
Brent always brings the heat. Really an A-plus player. Father Tolton a little bit off the front of the iron. The Cougars going to get the rebound, and we're going to have Doyle bring that up court, pass it off over to Massa. Over to Doyle. Doyle over to the corner and back to Doyle at the top of the key. Ooh, splits the defense. Ooh. Nice up and in is Tatum Bethany.
Yeah, Tatum Bethany made a nice play right there. You know, that double clutch pump fake, got him up in the air, made a nice move to the bucket.
It's a difficult angle, and like my dad always used to say, if you could take it off the window, do it, and he did just that. Tolton kicks it off the left-hand side. 3-point ball off the front of the iron. No good. Offensive rebound. Up and in.
You know, right place at the right time there for number 33, Donovan Tolson there. He's kind of making his presence known. Missed that first shot there he had a couple minutes ago, but now a nice couple offensive rebounds there.
Of course, Father Tolton known for the Porter family of NBA prowess now coming through there in the St. Louis district here. We got, 2 Porter brothers in the NBA, and I believe at least one playing college ball now.
Yeah, that is not something I know the answer to, but somebody can fact check you, that's for sure.
Yeah, Or don't.
Or just Google it. I don't know.
Or don't. Yeah, the pedigree of Father Tolton in the past, their basketball program has been high.
Oh, gosh. Well, we talked, last year, they go to the Final Four, lost to that Vashon team. Everyone's losing to Vashon, though, so you're talking and they played Vashon, I believe that final score, they lost by just 4 points. And then they go off in the third place game and then lost to St. Joseph, or Lafayette St. Joseph, 78-57 in that third place game. But they have had success over the years, that's for sure, under Coach Anthony Osborne.
Zay Wilson with that nice layup there, and to prevent the easy layup on the turnover, Charlie Mesa had to make the foul there. Number 13, Blake Pington, going to go to the line for Father Tolton.
Well, a little bit about both these teams this year, Caleb. I don't necessarily know if we have all Father Tolton's official statistics here on STL today, but Cougars are 3-5 right now, coming off a loss at Ladue here a few days ago, 71-55, and have had some key wins against Fort Zumwalt West earlier this season, as well as hammered Lutheran South, and also beat Hazelwood Central in a great game here up at St. John Vianney. So, end the season at 3-5. According to STL today, and I'm sure this is not correct, I'm sure that Father Tolton has played more than 4 games right here. So they had a loss against Webster Groves, tight one, 53-51, and then beat Lyon County, Kansas by 20, and then lost to John Burroughs 70-62 here earlier this season at Rittner.
Jaden Woods and Ryan Bertel check in for the Cougars as they try to switch things up here halfway through the first, or as time diminishes in the first. Looks like Brandon Doyle will take the role of the point guard here. Ball over in the left-hand corner for Bertel and back out to Doyle. Doyle works his magic, goes down, dishes to Bertel. Bertel tries to get around, and we're going to get a blocking foul down in the post there on number 3, Jacob Anderson.
Well, and one of our folks here catching the game tonight, Tolton finished classes on Tuesday, so they have been off since Tuesday, finished class on Tuesday, and been off Wednesday, Thursday. Kind of started their break a few days earlier than the Lutheran Cougars, so appreciate that.
I need to get on that Father Tolton work schedule.
Well, I think that's just when their students are there,
Well,
their teachers are still grading finals.
Yeah, no, the teachers.
And their administrators are still working, I can tell you. Those of us administrators here, school administrators.
365.
We'll be working next week. It's not days off. Teachers get them days off.
Well, I need to get the student schedule.
There you go. That's fair.
Can I still make the salary, though?
No comment.
Cougars missed the back end of that 2-shot free throw opportunity. Tolton looks to set up the offense down here on the working right to left, or down on the left-hand side is Father Tolton in the dark blue. They're working around to the left-hand key, drive the lane. Bertel there to stop the momentum. Shots up.
Over the back.
You're going to get an over the back there on number 14 from Father Tolton, Vladislav Lefimenko.
Yeah, good luck pronouncing it. You probably should have done a little fact checking there with some of these folks sitting behind us, so these Father Tolton Catholic.
Vladislav doesn't sound right?
Then
I think that's exactly right.
Someone's going to call you out, Someone's
Maybe.
going to call you out on that one.
Maybe.
But no, I think their Tatum, Bethany, number 2, had phenomenal. Did a good job boxing out there. Big number 13, or check that, big number 14, Vladislav for the Father Tolton Catholic.
Bethany leaves that one a little short off the front of the iron as he's going to get the back half here. I like seeing Coach Dowden here. Even on free throws, he's got 3 guys back on that first free throw, coaching nonstop.
Yeah, he does a nice job. A nice job, too. And just like Coach Osborne does here for Father Tolton, same way. You're not yelling at your kids. You're just letting them play basketball. You're coaching them in practice. I have no doubt watching Coach Osborne in practice. He's yelling, screaming all the time, just like Coach Dowden is. But come game time, it's time to perform.
And when the game starts, there's not much else I can do to fix your mannerisms.
No. It's not good coaching.
Charlie Massa brings up the ball here on the right-hand side of the key. Looks to close out this first quarter with less than a minute to go. Got a long 3-point attempt, and it's good from Brandon Doyle.
Nice bucket there from Doyle, and he has that ability to step back and hit that shot anytime he wants.
Zay Wilson pinned over on the right-hand side. Bertel is going to get called with the reach around.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan likes that call. I think he was kind of going around him right there. That's a rough call right there, but number 13, Blake Pington, had good position right there.
Blake gets it back over to number 2, Zay Wilson. Zay gets it back to Blake on a little give and go. Vladislav with the rebound. It's in and out. Rebound goes to the Cougars, Tatum Bethany, and we're bringing it up court in a hurry now. Over to Charlie. Charlie from the corner off the front of the iron. And back up and in and one.
What a nice play there. Number 11. Whoa.
The strength of Jaden Woods going up with that ball and saying, you're not going to stop this.
Yeah, 6'2" freshman. He did a nice job right there.
Great selfless play by the Cougars there as well.
On another fact check here, appreciate information we're getting from these Father Tolton fans here. Michael Porter Jr. is with the Denver Nuggets. That one I knew. I remember. They won that championship last year. Jonte Porter is with the Toronto Raptors. Didn't know that one. That's good to know. And Corbin Porter is with the University of Denver. Thank you very much for that.
Boy, I wasn't far off on my my facts there.
No, you were
So
you were pretty
there's
tight.
at least one in the college ranks. Of course, college basketball hot and heavy right now, and tonight down in downtown St. Louis, we've got the bragging rights game of Mizzou versus Illinois. Who you got tonight, Doug?
I don't care. How do you not go for Mizzou, you know?
I don't know. I think in our house we're Illini fans. I think
you are.
my wife won't allow anything but.
Yeah.
So we got an 18-13 game here with 6 seconds left in the first quarter, and Father Tolton still with 1 shot to go. And we're going to pull that within 4 now. 18-14 as the Cougars look to capitalize on the last possession in the first quarter. We got a foul here on the sideline, and that's going to be a difficult situation for Lefimenko as he's going to be facing his second personal foul already in the first quarter. They've got some big man foul trouble early.
Yeah, and you hate getting a foul. They're 50 feet away from the bucket with 3 seconds left, especially now getting a couple shots here.
So Galbraith and Lefimenko both with 2 fouls in the first quarter. That could really alter the strategy for Father Tolton going forward.
You know, I like how Coach Osborne's here is asking the question.
Put it up. And we'll end that first quarter 19-14. Like you said, though, Coach Osborne down on the sideline just saying, please explain to me.
Yeah, love it.
What's
the way
going
he
on there?
coaches, I love the way Coach Osborne coaches. You know, the athletic director, former athletic director, a couple of years ago, is a very, very good friend of mine at Father Tolton Catholic. Chad Masters is his name, you know, and I know he obviously worked with Coach Osborne, thinks very highly of him, and Chad is a very, very good friend of mine. He's at Bishop DeBerg right now, and just they do a lot of things real well at Father Tolton Catholic. So, when we talk about those Porter brothers, and we appreciate that information that we've been getting fed up here, rather. You know, I remember when Father Tolton had a couple of those Porter brothers go over to Nathan Hale out in Seattle. You know, I'm obviously, as you know, not everybody knows, but I'm from the Pacific Northwest, and knowing Nathan Hale, and they were able to turn that team around, go from not a very good team the year before to win a state championship. Well, you got the Porter brothers playing for you. When both of them are playing the NBA, that's probably going to allow you to win some games.
Yeah, and then we had Quanzo Martin come to Mizzou and get them both to make a residence at the collegiate level here at Mizzou and make some hay. Of course, you know, I talk about the bragging rights game downtown tonight. It doesn't matter what the records are going into that.
No.
I think Illinois one year going into that game was 9-1, and Mizzou was 4-5, and Mizzou still wins. Yeah.
Mizzou wins.
You just never know what's going to come out of that. That's the
No.
beauty of rivalries this early in the season.
I want to say, speaking of the Porters again, I believe their dad went to UW. And when I say UW, I'm not talking the Midwest people here that call, it's University of Wisconsin. No, it's not. It's University of Washington. You know, University of Washington.
Unfortunately, it's the Huskies, and we don't have a lot of love for them.
We're not loving the Huskies out there. But no, nevertheless, I believe that's where he went. Somebody can fact check me on that. But I think that's what took them up to the Seattle area there for that year. A couple other information here too. Appreciate this information. Gosh, the Porters. There's more. Javon Porter is with Pepperdine. Isaac Porter is with Link Academy.
I think if I heard,
are you kidding? That's awesome.
I think if I heard right, counting the daughters, there might be 7 or 8 children in that family. So.
You know, I do not. We're getting more information here, so let's look up.
More bubbles coming on the text line.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Porter family also had 2 brothers, or check that, 2 sisters that played collegiate basketball for Mizzou, Bree and Sierra.
Look
or
at that.
Ciara. Absolutely.
Prolific basketball family there for Father Tolton.
Yeah, and it looks like now Ciara is an announcer for ESPN women's basketball.
She might get my job here at the Claw.
That is good. Well, either mine, yours or mine. That is phenomenal information.
Nice three-pointer from the corner, MJ Adair. And that's going to pull it to a 19-17 game with the Cougars still leading. Coach Doughton calling out the set here as the Cougars look to regroup to extend this lead back out. They're going to work the ball around and get that clock moving a little bit. Number 11, Jaden Woods with the ball. Get it back over to Charlie. Charlie over to Brandon Doyle. Doyle down the lane, kicks it out to Charlie. Charlie's going to drive in and off the bucket. He's going to draw the contact off the board. 2 shots coming.
You know, I thought we were going to see Charlie pull that three-pointer there from that corner, that free throw line extended. Did not. Fakes the shot, goes to the bucket. He'll be at the line shooting too. Nice play there. Again, coming off an injury, you know, not playing a lot. So Charlie Mesa there, he's going to hit both of these.
Ooh.
Oh. I think you just jinxed him.
A little bit ugly. Let's not do that. It's like the final field goal in a football game. We don't want to talk about that.
A little more information here. Not about the Porters this time, but about, it says here, call him Vlad. So there you go.
Vlad.
Yep.
I like
Vlad.
that.
Absolutely. That makes it much easier on us. We appreciate that. Call him Vlad. Vlad was near the Russian border when the war started and his team escaped on their team. Are you kidding me?
This is amazing.
This is an awesome story.
We'll get that after the action.
Yeah, there we go.
2019 game.
Nice bucket there from Blake Pinkton, but
Pinkton puts it in.
Vlad was near the Russian border when the war started and his team escaped on their team bus from the war zone. He's actually Ukrainian. What an awesome story.
Well, welcome to the U.S.,
Absolutely.
Vlad.
Boy, that's great.
Glad to have you here in St. Charles, especially on this Christmas season. Cougars take it up and in. Oh, out off the front of the iron. Father Tolton with the rebound. They're going to go back the other way in a hurry. Up, under, and off the front of the irons, number 2, but he's going to get himself back into the action and score that as Zay Wilson. Tonight's first lead for Father Tolton, 21-20 now over the Lutheran High's Cougars. Doyle drives the lane. He's going off the bat. It looks like number 50 for Father Tolton, Rylan Wagner, got a piece of that.
I think he might have got away with a foul right there, too.
Quite possibly. Big mismatch down in the post as Wagner had a chance to go over the top of Doyle and could not get it done.
I think the earlier one would have been a foul on Wagner. That one there I kind of don't really agree with. I don't think that was a foul on him, but he picked up one of those 2 fouls.
So Wagner looks to be in the game right now for the third in the depth chart for Galbraith and Vlad. And getting an early foul is not a good sign there for the strategy. Tatum Bethany with it at the top of the key. Back over the right-hand side for Jaden Woods. Woods down over there, Tyler Stepney. Stepney has a little problem getting past the defense there. He gets the ball back. He's driving. He dishes. Nobody home, and Father Tolton comes up with the turnover, and they're on the move. Another charge for Father Tolton there.
My goodness, that's the 3rd charge on Father Tolton Catholic.
Jaden Woods gets the charge on number 0, MJ Adair.
Well, it's a little bit more information on the Porters, and we appreciate you feeding us here. The Porters' father, Michael Porter, was an assistant coach at the University of Washington, so we said that UW, under Lorenzo Romar, who was formerly at SLU. Quanzo Martin immediately then also hired Porter as an assistant coach at Mizzou.
Remember that.
I do remember that too. And then Michael and Jonte followed by signing with the Tigers, which I remember. And I remember when Michael was in college, I think he played maybe the first couple games. Then he didn't play again until the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, he had like a back injury.
Yeah, back injury. Somebody can fact check me on that, but I vaguely remember that too.
Is correct. So an off-the-ball foul for the Lutheran Cougars. Father Tolton gets a chance to increase that 1-point lead now. They kick it over to the right-hand side. A long 3 off the front of the iron. Rebound Cougars. Boy, oh boy, Stepney came down to her, and he's driving the court on a mission. Goes up with a sloppy finish. And the ball's going to stay on the Lutheran Cougars' end as number 3 for Father Tolton, Jacob Anderson, was stepping on the line there. Ran out of room.
Oh, another interesting piece right here. We appreciate this information. Number 13, Blake Pinkton, his mom is the Mizzou women's basketball coach, Robin Pinkton. I did not know that. That's awesome.
We need to get some of these.
And guess who his cousins are? The Porters.
No.
I tell you what. Robin Pinkton and Lisa Porter, the mom, are sisters. Look at that. That's awesome.
Oh,
I'll tell you
hard
what.
foul
That's
going up to the
a
rim there.
potential. That's a potential flagrant foul right there. When you're going up for a dunk like that, got to protect those kids.
So it's going to be on number 50, Rylan Wagner. That's going to be his second. Boy, do you think Easter at their house, they're just out there in the driveway balling all day. Like, come in for
how
brunch.
can you not,
for brunch.
You know? Coach Pinkton from the University of Missouri. That is awesome.
Also, I don't know who's feeding us all this intel, but we need to hire them as our researchers.
Totally. Yeah,
These guys
I tell
are
you
great.
What, and we pay very well. We pay very well. We've already established
How
that.
many
well,
sodas can you
a
drink?
little bit of information is coming from Uncle Don. Uncle Don is a wealth of information. I don't care what the topic is. That guy knows.
So the Cougars go for one on that free throw opportunity. Again, leaving some at the line. And we've got a tie ball game, 21-21, with just under 4 minutes remaining in the half. Father Tolton, they drive the right-hand side. That's going to be a clean block there by number 11, Jaden Woods. I don't know if – I thought maybe it wasn't as clean as what everybody else saw.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting here. You know, number 2, Zay Wilson, goes up with that Euro step. A lot of times that gets called as a travel, which obviously it is not. But that was a nice play on that Euro step. Did not get called travel, which I like when they don't call that travel because it's not a travel, right?
I like to see Blake Pinkton bringing the ball up. Big guy like that handling the ball. That's something that translates well. And then hitting a 17-foot jumper straight away.
Yeah, nice shot by Pinkton.
That's a next-level type play.
You know who else is bringing this information here is actually Lori Albert. Lori, mother of our state champion, Megan Albert.
All right.
Girls basketball team having another good year. Girls are.
Cougars work the ball around. Got a three-point attempt from the top from Brandon Doyle. You're gonna have a jump ball down in the lane there. As number 10 from the Cougars, Dwayne Walker, ties the ball up, and it was.
I tell you,
that looked almost like an over the back
it
there.
Did.
With Pinkton.
Dwayne giving up 6 inches to Pinkton just goes over the top of him there.
I would bet, based on the skills I'm seeing out of Pinkton, knowing he's a junior, he's going to be on full feed here for the next year to put some mass on before that next level ball comes to call.
Yep. Boy, and another, offensive foul right there. I think our fourth or fifth foul offensively. Now that was on an illegal pick. Been a good game. Caleb.
Cougars leaving a lot to be desired though with a messy performance in the foul category and also at the free throw line. Leaves them down by 2 with just under 3 remaining in the half. Father Tolton, number 2, goes up for the jumper, and it's in. Home field bounce for Zay Wilson. Zay's up to 14 points already out of 25, and he's really feeding the offense tonight.
Oh, see, now, big number 50, Ryan Wagner does not like the call. Son, I'm going to tell you right now, when you reach in, you get a foul called on you, right. Especially when you're 60 feet away from the bucket.
Ryland's going to get his third of the half there, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think Coach Osborne is saying, listen, that's you're my last option in that position. I'm going to leave you in there, try and stay as clean as possible the rest of the way out. So number 11, Jaden Woods, goes to the line. He's going to sink the first one, bringing it down to a 3-point game now. Wagner now going to come out in replacement of Ryan Deacons, who played a lot in that JV game that was untelevised prior to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was on, but it was not on the claw. It was just on a regular,
It was on our standard free stream.
Standard, right?
Now you're watching the premium stream tonight. The subscription model is loose here at the claw.
We're getting there. It's coming.
Pinkton up with a nice jump shot from about 12 feet away.
He loves those mid-range jumpers, doesn't he?
He's got a nice touch for a guy his size. And again, a junior. He's got a year to really develop the craft yet. Nice save and kicks out to the right-hand side for a missed three-point opportunity. Cougars down on the floor scrapping. And they are going to award the timeout on what looks to be
I think the Tolton people are kind of screaming at us behind us here, but I think even Coach Osborne realizes when the timeout was called, he had the ball. So that's just good. You know, again, we've talked about Coach Osborne and Coach Dowden right here. They're both not riding these officials like some of these fans are, so good job by both these coaches. Folks, once again, if you have a shout-out up here or you want to fact-check something we're saying, feed us information because we're getting a lot of good information up here. We appreciate it. Caleb and I do. Lower right-hand corner of your screen, 314-497-3014. 314-497-3014. Apologize about cutting you off,
No,
Caleb.
I was going to say Coach Dowden definitely understands that you don't get any points for taking timeouts into the locker room either. So if you got them, use them when you need to. And, you know, when you get 5, there's plenty to be had.
Can't take them with you.
Yeah. They're not worth a darn when the game's over. So here we are, Cougars underneath their own hoop, trying to get the lead cut down here as they trail by 4 late in the first half. Doyle going to take it around to the top of the key, handling the ball. He's juking. He's trying to cut inside. Sees nobody. Gets it over to the left-hand key, and it's back to Doyle at the top. Floats over, and he's going to throw that one out of bounds on some miscommunication.
You know, I don't know why Doyle was not just going right at Donovan Tolson. Tolson there is much larger, but I feel like Doyle could go right around him if he wanted to when he had him in there in that one-on-one situation, top of the key.
Looks like that pass was deflected. I did not see that, but the Cougars retain possession here. They kick it around. It's going to be Ritter driving the key. Looks out to Doyle at the top. Gets it over to number 10, and down into the paint was Tatum Bethany, and he's going to miss that easy lay-in. Father Tolton with the rebound, and they're driving. Doyle gets it. He's on the fast break. He's up, and he's in for the easy 2. 27-25. Father Tolton leads with 1:15 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, I think Tolson thought he was going to come up with that ball, and then and Brandon Doyle just came out of nowhere and just flew by him for that easy bucket.
He's lightning in a bottle when he gets the opportunity.
Oh, and he's going to pick up a cheap foul there, going right around, trying to do a reach around.
So Doyle, first personal foul. Nobody really in foul trouble here for the Lutheran Cougars, but there are a few guys sitting on the Father Tolton sideline that I'm sure they'd want out on the floor if they had the opportunity right now. Another off-the-ball foul there. Doyle's going to get a cheap second one there on reaching in on the drive. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It was actually Dwayne Walker with that foul. Doyle D'ing up Pinkton out about 5 feet behind the line. Passes over to Zay Wilson. Wilson back to Pinkton for a three-pointer off the front of the iron. Nobody boxing out. Cougars are fighting for the ball. Jump ball.
Oh, jump ball. That was an interesting call. I thought we were going to get a foul right there. Looks like number 34, Deacons, kind of had that. Huh.
It's going to stay Tolton ball here with 47 seconds remaining in the half. Pinkton gets it out beyond the arc. Going to pass it over to number 4, Henry Nichols. Nichols over to number 2, Zay Wilson.
Oh, no, he got away with the travel.
Looked like a step there. Back over to Wilson. And Pinkton's going to regain some composure at the top of the key. He spins, drives, shoots off the left-hand side of the rim. It's a free ball, and the Cougars get the rebound here.
Deacons got away with a foul there, too.
Ritter brings it up for him, kicks it over to Doyle. Doyle's going to probably hold this here for the one shot. They circle the wagons a little bit, and as Dwayne Walker takes the handoff, he's going to be fouled by Henry Nichols.
Yeah, Nichols coming into this game hadn't played a lot, so he's going to pick that one up. Now we're going to be at the line shooting 2, and you hate to see, Father Tolton fans hate to see a foul. They're 40 feet away from the bucket.
Yeah, with 13 seconds remaining, they could have one-shotted that situation. The good thing is Tolton will get the ball back now with a chance for one more possession. And the Cougars miss another free throw. Free throw percentage for this evening, abysmal, to say the least. They've left a lot of points on the line. And the second shot off the front of the iron. So nothing coming out of that foul opportunity. Wilson drives over to the right-hand side. Up and off is possession number 33 with the putback. He's going to miss. Chance for the Cougars at the end of the half. Oh, and off the glass. So we go to halftime, trailing 27-25. Father Tolton leads by 2.
1, 2, 3. This is how it should be done.
Good. Hey guys, it's Braden with the Lutheran Cougars basketball team. I'm a team manager, and I'm here with my co-host Brock.
What's up, guys?
So we just want to say the Cougars are down 2 right now at half. You know, we're putting a really good effort. You know, little mistakes here and there, but you know we should be good for the upcoming half.
You know, the Cougars are playing good today. They're playing like they got a chip on their shoulder. We need to adjust some mistakes at half, you know, and just get back at it.
Yeah.
And the third and fourth, you know.
Yeah.
Capitalize on our possessions more often. So
we're doing some mental mistakes here, giving up some unnecessary second chance points here. We're getting a lot of blocks though, which is good. So defense is looking good.
And no glaze, but you know, Tolton's a really skilled team. You know, they got a Mizzou commit, so they're really skilled. I like the effort we're putting up against them, and I like how we're looking right now.
Yeah, I like it. They're playing pretty well right now. Their Mizzou commit, I think he's out though.
Yeah, he is out.
He is out. Yeah, so you know, hopefully everything will be better. You know, looking better for the second half. Hopefully the Cougars take home a win.
See if we can do it. I think we can pull it off.
Yep. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
This is how it should be done. Hip-hop.
One, two, three.
Funky beat. Hip-hop. This is how it should be done.
1, 2, 3.
Funky beat. Hip hop. This is how it should be done. Hip hop.
One, two, three.
Funky beat. Hip hop. This is how it should be done. Hip hop.
Ball off the front of the iron, no good. Offensive rebound.
More loss to that Vashon team. Everyone's losing to Vashon.
We're back for second half action here between Father Tolton Catholic and the Lutheran High School Cougars. 27-25 we start off this stanza, and Father Tolton with the lead. They're going to get the rebound off of that long three and going back the other way now, Father Tolton. Doug, what adjustments you want to see out of Lutheran Cougars here in the second half to win this game?
Yeah, better box outs, getting some good offensive rebounds, but got to do a better job boxing out on the defensive end. Have had good defensive prowess, likewise too. You want to see Tolton here, Tolton fans want to see him take it to the bucket there and also get number 11, Galbraith, going again. He sat most of that first half, and he, just by what I'm seeing here, is one of their main players.
Yeah, he definitely showed his athleticism and his physical prowess there with that drive to the hoop. Cougars come right back, a little bit misguided in that fast break. It's going to go back to the Lutheran Cougars, and Coach Osborne not so happy with that as he gave the 20-foot walk after that call.
I tell you, but see, he didn't say anything.
Nope.
He just I love the way he coaches. It's awesome. Supporting his kids and, questioning the officials. And I think as Stepney just barely misses that three-pointer, now it's going to go back over to Father Tolton. But, I love that is he, again, doing it the right way. And both these coaches do things the right way.
Well, special shout out coming out of halftime to our longtime announcer, Jim Clark, on the festive Christmas-themed playlist to entertain the crowd tonight.
Seen that for 20 years here at Lutheran High.
Ooh. And it looks like Galbraith misses that opportunity to make a three-point play, but he's going to get 2 shots at the line. Again, offense funneling through him, and they're saying, listen, we got to make the most of your time in this game.
Yeah, picked up those couple quick fouls right there and sat, literally probably 80% of that first half. A little bit more information right here. So, again, coming in from our Father Tolton fans here, they have a player, arguably probably one of their better players here, Aaron Rowe, coming back from Link Academy, came back this fall as a top 20 nationwide prospect in his class. He'll be eligible after New Year's to rejoin the team. And just last week, committed to Mizzou.
Wow.
So you have a player who's not even playing yet, who's one of the best players in the nation, not just the state of Missouri, but in the nation. That's impressive to have Aaron Rowe, not even in uniform tonight, going to be coming back. And now you got to wonder, okay, who on this talented team is not going to be playing as much?
Right, yeah, because we've seen a lot of depth here from Tolton Catholic. Do they move another one out to the perimeter here and drop one from the inside? Or, boy, there's not a lot of guys out there right now for Tolton Catholic that I wouldn't want out there on a consistent basis.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Drive and dish go the Cougars, and it's going to be up and in for number 13, Tyler Stepney, pulling that game back to 3 points for Father Tolton lead.
A nice job by Doyle right there to create that open look.
Doyle's going to get that loose ball, and he's going to drive, knowing he's got help. He's going to go up strong. No foul called. Ritter with the pit back.
Ritter is in the right place at the right time, always doing the little things. Things that don't show up in the stat sheet, but there you go. Offensive rebound, hustles down the court, makes a nice play, gets a quick bucket right there. Good job by Ritter.
And real quick, the Cougars are back to within 1. Got an off-the-ball whistle here, and I think it's going to go against the Cougars. Yes, number 23, Ryan Ritter, going to pick up that foul.
Yeah, speaking of Ritter there, just playing great defense right there and just had a little bit of tug over on the corner.
So that's Ritter's second now, not a worry yet. Oh, we got some action off away from the ball. And that's going to be a foul on Tolton's number 33, Donovan Tolson. It's a big body, and I think in that situation, defender was just in the way, and he couldn't get out of the way.
He just ran right over.
Yeah.
Don't know if Tolson plays football, but it looks like it.
Yeah, he's a kid that's got some physical prowess, and definitely when he comes at you, he's not gonna stop on a dime. So good ball work by the Cougars, moving it around, and Stepney's going to be the benefactor of another easy basket as the Cougars regain the lead tonight, 31-30.
Yeah, Stepney's doing a great job moving without the ball there.
Give and go to Pinkton. It's going to go off the front of the iron. There's a lot of hands up, and all of them were blue, and it's going to go Cougars' way.
Well, it's interesting there. Galbraith had that ball, and it got knocked out of his hands by his own player right there.
It's just a situation using some communication under the hoop more. Mesa getting some orders from the sideline from Coach Dowden. They're going to get it over to Brandon Doyle. We're going to have a travel there on Stepney as he tried to go for the Euro step, but it didn't look quite smooth enough to make that work.
Didn't quite look, I tell you what, I couldn't really tell if that's traveling or not, but sometimes, that's the thing, the consistency on that Euro step is just not there. Sometimes it's called, sometimes it's not.
It's tough
that's the rough part.
Tough to develop that at the high school level.
Yeah, totally is.
Pinkton, I'm really impressed with his ability to handle the ball out on the perimeter tonight, bringing it up the court for a guy his size. High off the glass is Galbraith, and he's showing what Father Tolton was missing there in the first half.
And you got to wonder what this game would look like if he had been playing this whole game.
Boy, and he is a physical presence down in the paint right now. If he stays out of foul trouble, it could be trouble for the Cougars here in the second half. Coming up short was the jump shot from Charlie Mesa, and Tolton brings it up now. Wilson gonna slow things down a little bit and work around the perimeter with the ball. Gilbreth comes out and takes Doyle out with a nice hard screen. Pinkton up with a jump shot from the free throw line, and that mid-range perimeter jumper, man.
I want to say he's 4 for 4 from those 15 to 17 footers tonight.
How many guys do you see at the high school level that can do that consistently?
You don't.
That's how you get college scholarships. Doyle drives, kicks it over to the right-hand side. It's up for a three-pointer. Stepney, it's going to be in and out. Stepney drives over, goes up for the dunk, and it looks like some contact was made, but he misses. And Doyle with the hustle play, going to knock that one out of bounds to stop the fast break.
Yeah, I tell you, I love that hustle there from Doyle.
Jaden Wood's going to check in for Ryan Ritter for the Cougars. It's quite the sequence we just saw.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it seems like Tolton has kind of established some dominance here, but they're only up 3 midway through this third quarter, Caleb. It's a very competitive game.
There's a tempo pendulum swinging back and forth right now. Looks like Father Tolton actually wants to slow this one down, where the Cougars kind of want to get out and run a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a rough call right there on Charlie Mesa. Pick up his third foul right there. I didn't really see what it was. Looks like he was just going after it, kind of diving on the court, which is what you teach your kids, right?
He looked to have position as well. However, it went against the Cougars, and Tolton keep the ball here. Gilbreth works that back out to Pinkton, who's going to shoot the long-range jumper, and that is as sweet as you're going to see.
Yeah, boy. He just spotted up right there. You know, looked a lot like Jordan Spicer for those Lady Cougar teams.
Pinkton, now 13 points. There is going to be a backcourt foul called on Jacob Anderson. It's going to be his second.
Yeah, Anderson didn't like the call, but that definitely was a foul right there. And now number 4, Henry Nichols, will check back in for Father Tolton.
So a 6-point game now. The Cougars try to regain some composure, get back in their style of play, but there is a pressure zone defense going on from Tolton.
Yeah,
it's going to result in a block, though.
Yeah, Nichols didn't like the call, but you know, he's saying my arms didn't touch him. Well, your arms didn't, but your
hip
midsection.
did.
Yeah, your whole midsection caught him up there.
Can't move that quick enough to get out of the way. Mesa retrieves that one in the backcourt, brings it up. Bethany's going to have that one swatted away from behind, and Tolton's on the move again. Zay Wilson drives, jump shot up and in. 39-31, Tolton leads Lutheran Cougars.
Cougars are, I was going to say, you go down 8 right there. You know, Father Tolton ripped off 6 straight points. You're going to have to call a timeout. Good timeout there from Coach Dowd. And, folks, once again, if you have a shout-out up here for your favorite Cougar or your favorite Father Tolton Catholic Trailblazer, give us a shout-out up here at the booth. Our text number is 314-497-3014. I'm Doug Coolman, joined by Caleb Guns, and as always, our Director of Sports Technology, Brent Gossett, bringing you the action tonight. It's a fun night here at Lutheran High.
It is, and I you know, before we get too far away from it, just I want to wish Merry Christmas to both of you guys.
Absolutely. You know, and we're going to say Merry Christmas. We're not going to say Happy Holidays, okay?
No, when I see you next week, I'm going to say Happy New Year.
Thank you. We're not going to say this Happy Holidays. We say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because we are celebrating, most importantly, the birth of our Savior Jesus. Merry Christmas.
And when it comes for New Year's, I might not see you before New Year's Eve, but I will see you on New Year's Day when the Oregon Ducks play football.
There you go. Those bowl games coming up.
Oh, I don't even know what's on tonight, but I'm sure I'm missing one.
Yeah, I think there is one on tonight.
There's about 50 of them.
Probably at least. Meanwhile, Brent Gossett, our Director of Sports Technology, has his split screen up. He's watching 4 bowl games right now.
Is that DraftKings he has up on his phone? What's going on?
I don't think we're supposed to say that on the air.
Did he VPN into that? How did he do that? I'm going to have to talk to him offline.
Well, Cougars are going to make a run here, Caleb.
Yeah, this game could get out of control early. The key to them staying close in the first half really was the foul trouble they got Tolton into. And now they look a little bit lost, scrambling around trying to find that basket, and they just can't get one to fall again.
Ooh,
that
was. I think that's the wrong call. That should have stayed down there with Lutheran High. Should have retained possession of that basketball.
Having Galbraith on the court, though, has definitely changed the
Galbraith has been the game changer right here in this third quarter.
He's probably measuring in about 6'4", and I wouldn't be surprised if he tips the scales at 195, 200. He's definitely a grown man out there right now.
Yeah.
I would not want to see him lining up against me if he was a tight end on the football field. I know that. So Tolton works it around. Galbraith with the ball. Smooth spin move. Taken away by Doyle, though. Doyle's going to drive the lane, go up, and it's going to be blocked by Galbraith as he takes that pretty much off the backboard. And he's going to put that, misses the dunk as Galbraith. I thought that was as good as in.
Yeah, I definitely did too. Now you've had 2 dunks missed here this third quarter.
I remember when I was in high school, you'd see 2 dunks the whole season.
Well, you played in Illinois, so
yes. Hey, now.
We've established that.
Unfortunately, Chicago is in the state of Illinois, so can't happen.
Speaking of which, you got to wonder how Mizzou's doing tonight. Oh, we're going to get a
block on Bertel.
Ooh, no.
If I've seen a charge tonight, that one was it versus the others that were not.
That's a rough call. That's a rough call. He definitely had position. He was outside of that lane right there, too. That's rough.
And if I know Ryan Bertel, he is not afraid of contact.
No, not at all. He's a tough kid.
So
and you know what I love about that? He's not complaining about it.
Nope, gets up, dusts himself off.
Let's play some ball.
Puts the glasses on a little tighter, and here we go. So a little update from downtown. Mizzou, Illinois just got started. 1 minute in the game, 2-2 deadlock.
Oh boy, I tell you, we got absolutely good game.
Of course, Illinois goes in that game number 13 in the country and 8-2 against a 7-4 Mizzou team. Thanks for the statistics, courtesy of our Director of Sports Media, Brent Gossett.
There you go.
That's my first true shout out.
Always good for that information. By the way, get off DraftKings.
Yeah. What's that spread, Brent? The Cougars having to deal with a full court press here in the second half, and it's definitely causing troubles. Doyle splits through, almost gets away with a walk there. So the Cougars try to go up and in, and quickly shut down was Dwayne Walker underneath the hoop with that smothering defense.
Yeah, this height of the Father Tolton Catholic Trailblazers is really getting after the Cougars at this point.
Say Wilson with the contact, tries to throw it up on a circus shot, and it's going to just miss. I want to give a special shout out to my family who came to the game this evening. First basketball game for my children live. So
good for them.
Of course, I see my son, who is now talking to your daughter.
Oh, so. Okay. Well, lucky Grace.
Yes, he does enjoy Grace Kuhlman.
Meanwhile, I didn't even realize my daughter was here, so appreciate that information.
Yeah, she's watching us. I think she was sent by your wife.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I tell you, we talked about this third quarter here. This third quarter has definitely been controlled and kind of helped, by number 11, Galbraith. Javar Galbraith, senior. He's done a great job for Father Tolton Catholic. Not only is he batting the ball away on the defensive end, blocking shots, but he's sprinting up and down the court. He is a difference maker in the third quarter here as the Father Tolton Trailblazers have built this 9-point lead, Caleb.
They look to extend. They missed the front end there, but have a chance to take it to 10 here before the end of the third period. Of course, we look down in front of us at the scorer's table and some familiar faces. We talked about Jim Clark, of course, Mark Debrick, and Doc Hingst.
Dr. Mark Hingst, loyal supporter of Lutheran High for 30-plus years.
It's good to see the Hall of Fame coming out for a Christmas game.
There you go. Good point.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Around the horn it goes, and some sloppy passes get benefit to the Tolton Catholic team here.
Well, once Tolton Catholic went to this full court press, Cougars have had a hard time breaking it, and when they do, they've been throwing the ball away. Got to take care of that pill.
Got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and the Lutheran Cougars haven't found a way to do that here yet in the third period. Zeke Brown in for the Cougars, getting a little PT tonight.
Now you want to see Zeke get that open 3 ball, because I guarantee if and when he does, he's going to hit that shot.
Pinkton with his opportunity. It's off the back of the iron.
Rare miss from Pinkton right there.
To stay down at this end with 2.9 remaining in the third period. Tolton up 41-31. They're going to bring Javar Gilbert back in now.
Get a quick 30-second timeout right here. Well, folks, coming up, looks like both these teams will have some action over the holidays. The Lutheran Cougars will be in the St. Dominic tournament here on the 27th, 28th, 29th. It's an always great tournament. Both the boys and the girls team for Lutheran Cougars will be in that tournament. Girls are the number 1 seed. I believe the boys are the number 4, potentially 5 seeds. So both of them will have 3 games right in a row, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, one on Friday. Lutheran Cougar ladies have won that tournament, I believe, 5 out of the last 7 years. So coming into this season, or rather into this tournament as the 1 seed, that'll be another opportunity for them. And also the boys have the last 3 years played above their seed. They've played very, very well and beat some of those higher ranked teams going into that tournament. So it's going to be a fun tournament for those Cougars.
It's going to be action-packed break for them as no rest for the weary. Floater goes off the front of the iron to end the third period. Bertel letting the referees know, working the referees, that maybe perhaps there was a little bit of an elbow involved in that drive.
Folks, we'll be back right after this for the start of the fourth quarter.
We're back, fourth quarter action, 8 minutes to go in this game, and the Lutheran Cougars have to overcome a 10-point deficit here in this last frame of the game. Tolton looking to go up by more with the spin move off the glass was Gelbreth. Great strip by Brandon Doyle, and it's going to stay down here, blue ball.
Yeah, Pinkton and Galbraith both had point-blank shots, came up short, but they've been doing a great job on the offensive end on rebounding side. Oh, boy, yeah.
Great give and go, and Zeke's going to get himself in the foul column, it looks like, there on what was, I would like to phrase, a good foul.
Yeah, I think that actually is going to go on Ritter there, Ryan Ritter.
It is Ritter.
Yeah, Pinkton, what a nice give and go right there, and they're starting to kind of establish, here's what we're going to do this game. So Cougars are going to need to make a run here. They've been hitting some shots early in that third quarter, then kind of went cold. Going to need to hit a couple, get some nice penetration and some kickback for some open threes here if they want to work themselves back into this game. Now being down 10 points with Pinkton at the line shooting one more shot with a chance to go up 11 points here.
I believe, and somebody can check me on this, the Cougars only scored 5 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's not good.
And it's hard to win a game when you're only putting up single digits in a frame. That full court again gets the Cougars. Gilbreth's going to let him know he's going to make up for that dunk. Maybe take a little juice off the aggression behind it. Number 0, MJ Adair, is going to get called on a foul. Really looked like he was playing it as clean as he could there, though.
Yeah, he just got him with the body. Obviously not down in the hands, but Jaden Woods there, number 11, just so quick. The freshman, 6'2" guard, just so quick to the bucket.
Zeke with the 3 ball.
Oh, I tell you what.
Zeke just off.
And you want Zeke to get those looks like that because he is going to hit most of those he takes.
Pinkton drives. Pinkton misses
Oh.
the dunk, too. He is smiling about the opportunity, though.
Yeah, here he is. Pinkton's now going, oh, I wish he could have that one back.
Yeah. Maybe I should have put that off the glass.
He easily can dunk that basketball
Oh,
if
yeah.
he just took off just about a step too soon.
My dad would have benched me for that, though. He used to say there's a square on the glass for a reason. Use it.
There you go. Unless you're, 6'4", like Pinkton is, then
Yeah.
you go for the dunk.
I don't think I was 6'2" until I was about 20, so. If I would have had that in high school, who knows what I would have done. Probably still not played basketball. Tolton with a 13-point lead. They look to extend, and they are working that perimeter.
Oh,
Looks like a partial block there by Bertel. He's going to get the Cougars out and running. Kicks it off to number 11. Number 11, Jaden Woods with the easy bucket off the glass. You see what happened there?
Yeah.
Off the glass.
off the glass. Look what happens.
Can't go wrong.
Oh, and Woods could have easily dunked that. He has those ups, no problem. Oh, and it looks like number 3,
Doyle.
Brandon Doyle's going to pick up that foul right there.
Give me number 2 on Doyle there.
Number 3, Brandon Doyle, second person, second team.
Oh my, what a nice
Great play.
Yeah.
Great play there. It's a little tip back to the inbounder there down low. And
Yeah, I
just
tell you
happened
what.
to miss.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but yeah, that's one. If you're not ready for that, oh, nice play.
Woods to Bertel. Bertel just wrong off the glass. Tolton taking it back the other way.
Oh my.
Wow. Wilson goes up, and that's going to be blocked out of bounds in a hurry.
Yeah, if you're going up for a dunk right there, you want to be able to finish right there.
Is
And
that Stepney that went
yeah,
up
Stepney
high?
just went up and said, "You're not going to dunk on me. I'm not going to get posterized."
I think Wilson was more disappointed there was no foul
Yeah, I was
called
gonna
with
say
it, but
that.
it was as clean as you could ask. Pinkton, 3-ball, and good.
He probably had a few shots he put up in his childhood, made him into a pretty good shooter, Caleb.
Yes. I can't imagine where he would get such direction for such a smooth shot.
Oh, no kick.
Bertel's going to get
That was interesting. The ball was clearly kicked down there. Not called, but nevertheless, now Ryan get fouled, and he's going to come up, and
Bertel might have to take a minute to breathe that one off.
he's hobbled a little bit. But he comes up, he's just fine. He's a tough kid.
I think sometimes plays can happen in spots
They can.
that take your breath away, if you will.
Yes, they do.
It's about as nice as you can say it. Cougars look to cut back in. Great drive from Jaden Woods as he makes an impact on that one.
Yeah, leans in there. Could have got a foul with the body there. Nice play.
Doyle playing with his hands down as if to say, I don't need any loose ball fouls. Timeout to Tolton as they saw that trap coming.
Well, kind of looking ahead at this season, Caleb, a little bit, and talking kind of last season, Cougars there entered the postseason with a losing record last year. Wound up with a final record of 14-16, but made a run all the way to the state quarterfinals, whereas we talked a little bit earlier about Father Tolton Catholic Trailblazers in the Final Four and finishing 4th place in the state of Missouri for Class 4. Both these teams are going to be in Class 4 again this year. The Cougars are in District 7, which includes Lutheran High, Orchard Farm, St. Charles West, St. Francis Borgia, Winfield, and Wright City, whereas Father Tolton Catholic will be in District 9 with Booneville, California, Father Tolton, Fulton, Marshall, and Southern Boone. So that'll be right down the street. Southern Boone will be hosting that district right down the way from Father Tolton, so just about a 20-minute drive, if that.
I would expect them to go deep into that district if not win it.
I would too.
Gonna have a travel there on Pinkton.
Yeah, I don't think Pinkton liked that travel call, and frankly, neither did I. I don't think he traveled.
Woods goes up strong on the quick dish, and he's just going to miss again.
Well, it's interesting because that was one that Galbraith got called for a foul in the first half. In this half, with the body, did not get called with a foul. I don't like a foul call there. So that's a good no call from the officials on Galbraith.
A refined officiating standard coming into play maybe in the second half.
They kind of don't let him play in the first half. The second half, they let him play. Be consistent.
So with 4:40 remaining, Father Tolton up 47, Cougars 35. Big hole to climb out of. Quick dish over to the perimeter for number 33. Donovan Tolson in the score column for the night.
I don't think people thought Tolson was going to pull that, but he did. And that was a nice stroke he had from that corner.
Pinkton off of the turnover. And this full court press has gotten the best of the Cougars tonight as Tolton extends the lead to 17 now.
Yeah, you're right, Caleb. As soon as Tolton went to this, full court press here in the second half, they've been a different team.
Pinkton from 4 feet behind the line, off the front of the iron. Cougars with the rebound, and Doyle's going to bring it up now.
Well, I thought we were going to get a foul there, but I didn't really see a foul. But it was a timeout call, so that was kind of an interesting, as Doyle's attacking with that ball, we get a timeout call. So both these teams, we don't have the whole schedule here for Father Tolton, but kind of looking ahead at where they will be as well. Don't have their whole schedule right here, but coming up they're going to have games against Springfield Central at Helias, and you got to think that they're going to play Helias probably in every sport, I do believe. They'll be at Helias on the 19th. Check that. So we don't have I apologize. We don't have a score for that. There is no score listed on STL today. Played Eugene, and then obviously Lutheran High here. Then they're going to be at Chaminade, play East St. Louis. I'll tell you what, Chaminade is going to be a tough game. East St. Louis, going to be a lot of athletes there as well. Had a good season. Hickman, the Cougar ladies just played Hickman here the other day, so Hickman men obviously have a good team as well. Miller Career, Kickapoo, Battle at Duchesne. Interesting, coming back to St. Charles for an at Duchesne, at Pembroke Hill, down into the city for Cardinal Ritter, and then at Borgia. So a very challenging schedule as well, just like Lutheran Cougars have this season for Father Tolton. And I think they're going to win most of those games.
Presumably so. Woods goes up off of the inbound. He's just going to miss again, claiming a little bit of contact. Tolton having problems getting it across, and it's going to be a loose ball foul now on Jaden Woods.
Well, we do have here Father Tolton beat Helias on Tuesday night, so we appreciate that. That's not showing up on STL Today's stats, so appreciate that Father Tolton did beat Helias on Tuesday night. And I tell you, Helias is always a tough place to play. Last year the Lutheran High Cougars, the girls went down to Helias and the boys came here. This time we flipped. Girls will come here. Boys will be down at Helias. I tell you, the nice thing too, it's a great environment for high school basketball there in mid-Missouri when you're going into Jeff City. You got a few high schools there and it's a fun environment over at Jeff City Helias. Looks like the final score, thanks for giving us the text up here in the booth. Tolton won that game 64-53. So that tells me that Helias has a pretty good ball club if they're able to keep pace with these Father Tolton Catholic Trailblazers, Caleb.
Yeah, it seems, I would venture to say Father Tolton's going to have a successful season by the looks of things tonight.
You know what I'd like to see here, speaking earlier, we talked about Vlad. Vlad hadn't played in the second half, I don't believe.
Well, I believe he's sitting on the number 2 on the depth chart behind
Galbraith?
Javar Galbraith.
That's
and Galbraith has been just short of dominant in the second half since he's been able to come
Most
off
kids
the
are
bench.
going to sit behind Galbraith, I'm guessing.
Yes. Again, Jim Clark with the tunes in the timeout. We had a little dance cam action go with the little drummer boy there. I see a lot of people boogieing. Foul on the floor there. Galbraith's going to go to the line.
I don't think that'll go to the line. I think it's on the floor.
We're not in the bonus quite
yet. Not in the bonus. Yeah, and speaking of the bonus, it's been interesting here with this change from team fouls, and after 5, you're shooting 2 versus 7 1-on-1, and 10, you're shooting 2 for the half.
Tolton tried to go back to that well from the corner and just came up short. And really Tolton is owning the boards here on the offensive side of things. Gelbreth with a quick dip step, and he's in off the board. Going to take that to a 19-point lead with just over 3 minutes remaining in the game. Nice pure stroke from Ryan Ritter out on the left-hand key.
Nice bucket by Ryan Ritter there, and it's one that he has. I'd like to see him shoot more this season because he's got a good stroke.
I was just going to say that the Cougars almost look a little hesitant to shoot when they do get in their end, and Ritter went and put in a nice attempt there. Ooh, Coach Osborne lobbying and getting the call there on the hook called on Brandon Doyle there.
It looked like there was a foul call, and he was going to call it on Father Tolton, but then after about a 3-second delay, call was against the Cougars. That's an interesting one.
You had to have that mental instant replay to say, what did I just see there?
Yes.
It's going to be a jump ball here.
No. Oh, I thought they were going to get a foul right there. Good job by the Cougars defense there, kind of sandwiched in between Brandon Doyle and Jaden Woods. Very active on the defensive end.
Tolton drops back in these half-court sets into a nice zone defense, and the Cougars really haven't had many answers for that even here in the second half. Ritter looks top of the key, going to get it over to number 13, and that's Stepney. He's going to drive around into the middle, and it's going to be rejected by Gelbreth. He gets his own ball. And again, Gelbreth with a foul, but he's going to get called with the foul, with the block, but he's going to get called with the foul there.
You know, speaking of Vlad here, another text from a Tolton fan. Vlad's coach in Ukraine got all of his team out of the country since they would be of draft age soon, which is now, and they'd all be very big targets for the Russians. I was going to say, obviously as Ukrainian and draft age, right?
I was going to say draft for the war, or draft for basketball, so that clears that up.
That makes it exactly, yeah. And boy, what a rough situation in that part of the world. Keep that in our prayers.
Yeah, especially this time of year of Christmas, obviously, our prayers are diverted to a lot of different causes and things going on around the world, and that's one of them. Zay Wilson with authority up and in, coast to coast.
Well, and you heard Coach Dowden stop jogging back, and I think some of these Cougars got to be sprinting back on that one.
In and out, the three-point attempt from Brandon Doyle. The Cougars watch again as a fast break, and that time the Cougars had the number, but they just didn't have the answer on that fast break. Jaden again gets into the lane, but just can't finish.
Oh, and I think Stepney wanted a foul right there. Looked like he did get fouled, but
things are getting a little fast and loose here in the play.
There you got a dunk from Tyler Stepney.
Gets his dunk. And that cuts the lead 19 here with a minute 18 remaining. Gelbreth showing he can bring the ball up too. Gets trapped though. Doyle's going to drive on another turnover. Up and in with a nice finger roll.
Yeah, and the name of this game right here was that third quarter. Galbraith coming in just really taking over this game and willing the Trailblazers here to open up, a 9-point lead at the end of the third quarter after being a real tight game at halftime, Caleb.
Jaden Woods getting that foul called on him in a trap situation, going to give up 2 shots. And as much as you disagree and lobby with your coach, the call is the call.
Call's the call. It ain't never going to get changed, right?
No, I've never seen one get changed.
No.
I've seen a lot of people try, but
that never happened. Let's get a check-in on that Mizzou score, Caleb.
Not a problem. Let me refer over to our handy-dandy scoreboard here from across the nation. 10:26 remaining in the first half. Illinois leading 27-13 over Mizzou. So a pretty dominant lead taken off there halfway through the first half.
Yeah, boy. I didn't know Illini knew how to play basketball well.
Oh, well, they sure don't know how to play football well anymore.
Amen.
So Illinois shooting just a shade under 53% from the field.
Yeah, they're hitting it. When you're hitting like that, you're going to be pulling up leads.
Yeah, well, 37% from three-point land.
That'll help.
When you're feeling it,
that'll
help. Wasn't that a line from Tom Cruise, The Color of Money?
Color of Money.
Yep, good movie. Definitely not one for the kids.
No, Ritter gives up that open three. Another nice mid-range jumper there, hits from 15. He's played a nice game. Again, Ritter's been in the right place, the right time, made some nice plays offensively and defensively tonight for these Cougars.
Yeah, it's not always about the number of points you put in that column. It's your complete game.
Yep.
And even though Ritter does have a good chunk of points there with 12, they just changed that up on the scoreboard. He's now at 7.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been kind of all around playing defense, being in there on some loose balls, showing the hustle you want to see out of a guy.
Absolutely.
Ritter with the rebound there. He's got to be close to it. He's got to be that 3 points away from a double-double, right?
He is. There's number 50. Ryan Wagner once again picking up a foul at 80 feet from the bucket and wondering, I didn't foul him. Well, yeah.
The junior looks like he's got the chops, but maybe he needs to work on the aggression between now and his senior level.
When you reach in there, you're going to get a foul, son.
I would venture to say he plays football very well.
He does look like a football player.
Ritter's going to put up another 3 and just off the front of the iron. He's built like a good football player. Nichols takes it down the lane. It's going to go over to Wagner. He's going to kick it to the outside, number 30, Birchfield, and it's in and out. You know, this Father Tolton Catholic team, a lot of upperclassmen. I'm actually only seeing 2 kids on the roster that are sophomores, no freshmen.
Hey, good program. Got a great program.
Stacked top to bottom there. Whereas you look at that JV roster, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. Ritter with the easy basket as time expires here. Final score 65, Lutheran Cougars 47. Merry Christmas to all.